Have you ever found yourself at a crossroads, holding on to a relationship or friendship simply because it feels comfortable and familiar, even though deep down you sense it's preventing you from reaching your true potential? It's a hard truth to face, realizing that sometimes the people we are closest to, the ones we've laughed with, cried with, and created countless memories alongside, might not be the ones meant to walk with us through life's next chapter. It's a painful realization, isn't it? This is where the ancient wisdom of Stoicism can offer us a guiding light. The Stoics, with their deep understanding of human nature and the pursuit of a fulfilling life, remind us that personal growth often requires making tough decisions about who we allow to be part of our inner circle. It's not about severing ties with indifference or coldness, but rather about curating our lives with purpose. We choose relationships that uplift, inspire, and challenge us to become the best version of ourselves. So, if you're standing at that fork in the road, feeling the weight of a decision that could reshape your future, know you're not alone. Today, let's dive into the heart of Stoic wisdom and uncover the signs that it may be time to gracefully release certain connections, creating room for new growth, deeper relationships, and a life that aligns with your highest values. Join me on this journey, where we'll explore the freedom and peace that come with choosing our relationships wisely and courageously, guided by the timeless teachings of Stoicism. Ready to transform your approach to connections and embrace a life of greater fulfillment? Before we dive in, I invite you to subscribe, share this video with anyone who might need this message, and be sure to watch every moment, because each step in this exploration could be the one that leads to your personal transformation. 8 signs it's time to end any relationship, even with family or friends. Navigating the emotional roller coaster of relationships. We've all been there, caught in a whirlwind of negative emotions within a relationship. Have you ever been in a situation where drama is the main theme and support seems non-existent? It's draining, isn't it? Marcus Aurelius, one of the Stoic greats, shared some powerful wisdom when it comes to handling our emotions. He said that we have control over our minds, not over external events. Recognizing this is where true power lies. Imagine applying this wisdom to relationships filled with jealousy, anger, or any other negative emotion that seems to dominate. If your relationship feels more like a battleground than a safe space, that's a sign that something needs to change. These emotions, while part of the human experience, shouldn't be the foundation of any lasting relationship that's meant to bring you peace. Now, I'm not saying we should try to live without ever feeling angry or jealous. That would be like trying to breathe without air. But what Marcus Aurelius teaches us is that we are in control of our reactions to these emotions. If jealousy arises because a friend seems to be moving forward while you feel stuck, or if anger bubbles up every time a particular person undermines you, remember, you control your response. You can choose not to let these emotions define your relationship. In practice, this starts with awareness. Recognizing when you're feeling a certain way and asking yourself, why am I feeling this? What can I learn from this? How can I respond in a way that aligns with the person I want to be? These aren't easy questions, but they are essential ones. Sometimes the healthiest response is to create distance or even make a change. This isn't about running away from problems. It's about recognizing when a relationship is pulling you into negative spirals instead of lifting you up. This doesn't mean you failed or that the other person is a villain. It simply means that not every relationship is meant to last forever, and that's okay. The Stoics believed in living in accordance with nature, and sometimes the natural course of things is to grow apart. If you find yourself constantly struggling with negative emotions in a relationship, take a moment to reflect on Marcus Aurelius's wisdom. Remember, you have control over your mind and your reactions. You also have the power to choose relationships that are grounded in positive energy, support, and respect. In these environments, we can truly thrive and find peace. So let's not let drama define our relationships. Instead, let's cultivate connections that are built on mutual respect, understanding, and genuine support. Because, in the end, those are the relationships that withstand the test of time and bring out the best in us. The danger of manipulation and control. Now, let's talk about a tricky but crucial topic: manipulation and control in relationships. If you ever feel like you're more of a puppet than an equal partner, that's a massive red flag. It's time to have a conversation about autonomy, freedom, and the profound wisdom of Epictetus, who once said, "No one is free who is not master of themselves." True freedom, according to Epictetus, comes from within, from being in control of our actions, decisions, and ultimately our lives. So, what does it mean when we find ourselves in relationships where we feel like we're not the ones in control, where our desires, decisions, and even our thoughts seem to be dictated by someone else? It's a clear sign that something is not right. Manipulation and control can sneak in, often in subtle ways like constant suggestions that steer you away from your passions, or more overtly, with demands telling you who you should be or what you should do. These are not the hallmarks of a healthy relationship. True, meaningful connections are built on mutual respect and freedom. Stoicism teaches us to value autonomy, and we deserve relationships that allow us to thrive as our authentic selves, not relationships that make us feel like we're constantly bending to someone else's will. If you find yourself feeling trapped or controlled, remember that you have the power to take control of your own life, to step away from relationships that manipulate you, and to seek connections where respect and freedom are the foundation. True partnerships should empower you, not diminish you. Autonomy and the power of self-mastery in relationships. The concept of autonomy is central to living a fulfilling and purposeful life. If you find yourself constantly doubting your choices or feeling like your freedom is being stifled, it's worth asking yourself why you're staying in a relationship that limits your personal growth and self-expression. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, taught that true freedom comes from being the master of your own life. If you feel like someone is controlling your decisions or thoughts, it's a clear sign that something is wrong. Cutting ties with someone who is manipulating or controlling you isn't an act of cruelty, it's an act of self-respect. It's about reclaiming your autonomy, honoring your worth, and making decisions that align with the person you truly are. Stoicism is not about choosing the easy path, but the right one. And sometimes the right path means distancing yourself from relationships that hinder your growth. Healthy relationships should respect your individuality, allowing you to explore, grow, and live authentically. They shouldn't attempt to mold you into someone you're not or control how you live. If you find yourself in a relationship where you're feeling restricted or manipulated, take a moment to reflect on the teachings of Epictetus. No one is truly free who isn't master of themselves. Embrace the freedom to be the person you're meant to be. It might be tough to let go of someone who is important to you, but the journey to reclaim your life and self-respect is worth it. Authentic connections should uplift you, not restrict you. So, if you're feeling controlled, reflect on your freedom and the relationships that genuinely support and respect who you are. Escaping illusions and embracing reality in relationships. Stoicism teaches us to accept reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. It's about facing the truth of our lives, relationships, and the world around us without illusions. The Stoics knew that true strength and freedom come from seeing things clearly, without the rose-colored glasses that fantasies often provide. When it comes to relationships, this means asking yourself whether you're holding on to an illusion about the person you're with or the connection you share. Are you ignoring red flags, making excuses, or holding on to a fantasy of what the relationship could be rather than seeing it for what it truly is? Being tethered to illusions can feel like chasing a mirage. Everything seems perfect from afar. But as you get closer, you realize it's empty. This doesn't mean you shouldn't have hopes for your relationships, but there's a difference between healthy aspirations and losing yourself in fantasies that prevent you from engaging with the real person or connection in front of you. Embracing reality, as the Stoics would advise, means confronting the truth, no matter how uncomfortable or painful it may be. This might mean acknowledging that the relationship isn't what you thought it was, or that the person you're with isn't who you hoped they'd be. Though this realization can be hard to accept, it's a crucial step toward growth and emotional freedom. Facing the truth about our relationships opens the door to more authentic connections, ones where we can love and be loved for who we truly are, not the illusions we've built around them. If you find yourself in a relationship based on illusions, it's time to embrace reality and make room for relationships that are grounded in truth and authenticity. Only then can we experience the joy and fulfillment that come with real, meaningful connections. The importance of staying true to your values. Our values form the foundation of who we are. They are the principles that guide our decisions, shape our identity, and direct our life's path. But what happens when a relationship pressures you to compromise these core values? It's a tough question, but one worth reflecting on. The Stoics believe that compromising our values for the sake of a relationship is a sacrifice too great to make. Why? Because our values define us. They are integral to our integrity and sense of purpose. To betray these values is to lose a part of ourselves, and no relationship is worth that. While all relationships require some give and take, there's a significant difference between making sacrifices for the right reasons and sacrificing your core self. Stoicism teaches that integrity and virtue aren't just ideals, but practical guides to living a fulfilling life. When we stray from our values, we erode the very principles that give us direction. So, if you're in a relationship that asks you to act against your values, pause and reflect. Is this relationship truly serving my well-being and growth? Or is it holding me back and asking me to be someone I'm not? It's a tough decision, but the Stoic practice of self-reflection and rational analysis can help you find clarity. Walking away from a relationship that compromises your values isn't a failure. It's an act of self-respect. It's a choice to honor yourself and only accept relationships that uplift, respect, and align with your true essence. Let's commit to living with integrity and ensuring that our relationships reflect the values we hold dear. The power of reciprocity in relationships. Reciprocity is the balance of give and take that forms the backbone of any healthy relationship. But what happens when that balance is disrupted? When you're the one who's constantly giving but receiving little in return, it creates an unhealthy dynamic. This imbalance can lead to resentment, exhaustion, and a sense of underappreciation for the giver, while fostering dependency or entitlement in the receiver. The Stoics believed that relationships should be grounded in mutual respect and support. They emphasize the importance of contributing to the well-being of others, but not at the expense of one's own. For the Stoics, the ideal relationship is one where both individuals support each other in their pursuit of virtue and a good life. If you find yourself in a one-sided relationship, take a moment to assess the situation. Are you respecting yourself by allowing this imbalance to continue? Are you encouraging the other person to contribute to the relationship's health, both emotionally and materially? Addressing this imbalance doesn't necessarily mean ending the relationship. It can be an opportunity for growth. Start with open communication. Express your needs, set boundaries, and discuss ways to restore balance. Healthy relationships require effort, compromise, and a willingness to adapt, but at their core, they should be reciprocal, where each person feels heard, valued, and supported. Remember, seeking balance in relationships is not selfish, it's necessary. It's about ensuring that you're not just giving, but also receiving the respect, love, and support you deserve. Let's build relationships that nurture both parties equally, grounded in the Stoic ideals of balance and mutual respect. The Stoic stance on abuse, a clear call for action. Abuse in any form, whether physical, emotional, verbal, or psychological, is a clear signal that it's time to end the relationship. Stoicism, with its emphasis on dignity, self-respect, and the intrinsic value of the human spirit, unequivocally condemns any form of abuse. Such behavior not only violates the Stoic principles of respecting oneself and others, but it also destroys the foundation of trust and safety that any healthy relationship is built on. If you're in a situation where abuse is present, remember that your well-being, peace, and dignity come first. The Stoics believed in the strength of the human spirit to overcome adversity, but this doesn't mean enduring harm or mistreatment. True self-respect means standing firm in your worth and not allowing yourself to be devalued or violated. No relationship is worth enduring abuse, and leaving such a relationship is not a sign of weakness. It is a courageous act of reclaiming your personal power. Let this be a reminder that your dignity, peace, and safety are non-negotiable. If you're in an abusive relationship, know that you deserve to be treated with respect, care, and kindness. Prioritize your well-being and take the necessary steps to free yourself from any toxic situation. When a relationship disturbs your peace, imagine a relationship that, instead of providing comfort and calm, feels like a constant storm, disrupting your inner peace and leaving you unsettled. It's a difficult situation when the very relationships meant to enhance our lives start to drain our tranquility. This is a clear sign that it may be time to evaluate the role such a relationship plays in your life. Stoicism places immense value on tranquility and inner peace. The Stoics taught that peace of mind is not just a precious gift, but essential for living a good life. They emphasized the importance of maintaining equanimity, staying calm and undisturbed, no matter the circumstances. This principle applies to our relationships as well. Stoicism encourages us to approach our relationships with wisdom and discernment, ensuring that they contribute to our peace rather than undermine it. When a relationship disturbs your inner calm, Stoicism urges you to step back and objectively evaluate the situation. Ask yourself, why does this relationship disturb my peace? Is it the behavior of the other person, unresolved conflicts, or perhaps my own expectations and reactions? This process of self-reflection is crucial because it moves us away from emotional reaction and towards rational response. Once you've identified the source of the disturbance, the next step is to assess what can be changed. Can open communication resolve the issues? Are there boundaries that need to be established or reinforced? Stoicism doesn't encourage passive acceptance of all situations. It teaches us to accept what we cannot change, while taking action where we can make a positive difference. However, if after thoughtful reflection and effort, the relationship continues to be a source of turmoil, it may be time to reconsider its place in your life. This isn't about giving up at the first sign of conflict, but about recognizing when a relationship is fundamentally misaligned with your values and your pursuit of inner peace. Letting go of a relationship that disturbs your tranquility requires courage and honesty. But remember, Stoicism doesn't aim to eliminate all discomfort. It teaches us to build resilience and face challenges with composure. The relationships we choose to maintain should support our peace, not detract from it. They should be sources of strength, growth, and joy, not constant unrest. So, if you find yourself consistently disturbed by a relationship, use it as an opportunity to practice Stoic wisdom. Reflect, evaluate, and choose the path that leads to peace. Surround yourself with people who contribute to your tranquility, and in doing so, you honor both Stoic teachings and your own pursuit of a fulfilling life. As we part ways today, I hope the Stoic principles we've explored together continue to guide you through the complexities of your relationships. Remember, the journey toward tranquility, wisdom, and virtue is one we are all on step by step, decision by decision, relationship by relationship. If this conversation sparked a desire for more exploration, I invite you to dive deeper into Stoic teachings. Click on the playlist to continue this journey, and let's grow, challenge ourselves, and cultivate lives filled with meaning and joy. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, keep striving for tranquility, seek wisdom, and remember, in this shared journey of life, we are all connected by our common humanity and our quest for a good life. See you in the next video.